guys, we're all engineers and we're at this engineering conference. What would you do differently in your engineering life? What would you do, Karen, differently? What do you know now that you didn't know then?
Actually, although there's a lot I know now that I didn't know then, I wouldn't change anything. This has been an amazing career, both through my job and through ASME, going from mechanical engineering to bioengineering to working in a museum. But the engineering skills and the way that engineering has taught me to think have just taken me all those different paths. So.
Well, that's cool. That's cool.
I think what I would have done different is I would have gone and tried to have gotten a global job right away. Gone out of the United States and gone overseas someplace.
That's a good one, yeah.
Before I had a house, before I had cats, before I had a relationship. So.
Yeah,
I guess
that would be good.
I'd agree with that, and I'd say if you have a lot of options coming right out of school, great. Definitely think through them all and choose carefully. If you don't have a lot of options, don't be disappointed. I never would have chosen my first job out of school, and it wound up being a great spot for me and a really good place to launch a career. So you never know necessarily based on the paper how things are going to work out.
Same here.
The connections I've made have actually let me go global with ASME, meeting lots of people and go visit them, but also in doing meetings around the world and just learning different cultures and how to communicate across different cultures has been really helpful in my day job. And so as I've moved through different industries and different places, those connections have stood me in good stead even when my career has taken paths I wouldn't have expected. Get downsized from a biomedical field, end up at a museum.
There you go.
It's not a linear trajectory. So
I guess that's the obvious one that we should say since we're here. Get involved in your professional society. It will give you opportunities to build skills that you may not get in your job, but that will help you be successful in your career.
And networking too. I call it
networking.
Hanging out with the smartest people I know.
Not here, obviously. But
Everything's a stepping stone. Even if your first job isn't the perfect job, you're going to take the skills that you've learned and the good parts to your next job, and it's going to be that way step by step through your career.
Exactly.
And you do meet some amazing people, and it puts thoughts in your mind and takes you, that you take those thoughts and perceptions and the way you look at the world back when you go home, and it's a different filter. It turns it like a kaleidoscope in a totally different way, and the world looks completely different.
Yeah, I agree. And just be brave and try everything.
So what do I wish I would have known when I was a college student coming out 5 years later? I wouldn't have done anything different, and I'd still be here, hopefully.
Exactly.
I guess the one thing I'd say, in addition to everything else I've said, so don't be afraid to try and fail, which I wasn't because I was dumb, but I would advise other people to be dumb also. Don't be afraid to take work on that maybe you don't know that you're totally qualified to do, and
stretch.
And don't be afraid to fail.